Lazada bonus.
Shop on 11th November.
Hi, this is Nightline and I'm Muhammed Ahmad Hamdan. News making the headlines. BN's manifesto outlines 2 strategies to create political stability and ensure prosperity. And Ismail Sabri is BN's sole PN candidate, says Ahmad Zahid. Good morning. Barisan National Chairman Datuk Seri Ahmad Zahid Hamidi on Monday night launched the coalition's manifesto for the 15th General Election GE15. The manifesto, titled Perancangan Amal and Usaha BN untuk Malaysia or PADU, outlined 2 main strategies to create political stability as well as ensure the country's prosperity and well-being of the people.
PADU bukan janji-janji manis dan janji-janji indah. PADU bukan tentang segala-galanya percuma. PADU bukan tentang pemansuhan dan pengurangan tanggungjawab dalam serba-serbi. Tetapi, PADU adalah plan yang serius dan rasional. Plan yang mempunyai sasaran yang jelas dan plan yang Barisan Nasional akan amal dan usahakan dengan sebaiknya demi kemaslahatan semua.
Datuk Seri Ahmad Zahid said that the BN manifesto, which he described as a new and fresh deal, outlined 99 efforts by the coalition to lead and develop the country. Among them is a comprehensive national solution to address the high cost of living by introducing assistive basic income to provide automatic cash assistance to households earning less than 2,208 ringgit monthly. Those in the M40 income group, as well as those who pay taxes of between 50,000 and 100,000 ringgit, will get a 2% income tax cut. BN also pledged to give free nursery care and early childhood education to all children aged 6 years old and below, as well as to introduce a school system without textbooks. It also pledged to offer free higher education to children in the B40 group. The coalition also seeks to resolve the citizenship issues involving children born abroad to Malaysian mothers with foreign spouses. Private sector employers will also have access to a diverse workforce if BN wins GE15. Incentives will be given when they embark on a diversity initiative by hiring talents of all races, gender and background. BN also pledged to set up a Gender Equality Tribunal and the Anti-Sexual Harassment Tribunal to address issues of sexual harassment, salary inequality, remuneration and treatment due to differences in gender. Meanwhile, the people, through their elected representatives in Parliament, will be given the power to scrutinise and participate in the screening of key positions in the government. When announcing the BN manifesto, Datuk Seri Zahid said BN has pledged to establish a parliamentary special select committee to recommend and vet such appointments, which include the heads of the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission, MACC, and the Election Commission, EC. Aside from this, he said that the coalition also promised to enact a law on political finance, which would help ensure accountability and transparency in the political landscape. Now, Datuk Seri Zahid also said that BN has big plans for Sabah and Sarawak in the event the coalition is awarded a fresh mandate to form the next federal government after GE15. Further highlighting the contents of PADU, he said that BN plans to develop and transform Sarawak and Sabah into the new economic giants of the country. He also said the coalition also plans to transform the 2 states into the nation's new national security hub. He added that BN also seeks to develop Sabah and Sarawak in line with the spirit of the federal constitution, as well as uphold equitable development between the 2 states and Peninsular Malaysia. For Datuk Sri Ismail Sabri Yaakob, the essence of the 2023 budget is contained in the BN manifesto. The Prime Minister added the manifesto took into account actual global situation as well as government's financial capabilities and not unrealistic promises as those made by the opposition.
Mereka membuat janji melalui manifesto, mereka tak peduli sama ada boleh laksanakan atau tidak. Ianya adalah janji-janji manis hanya untuk memikat rakyat untuk mengundi mereka. Dan kita telah buktikan bahawa manifesto seperti ini apabila mereka memerintah tidak dilaksanakan. Kerana ianya hanyalah janji semata-mata. Inilah beza antara manifesto BN dengan manifesto mereka kerana kita berdasarkan bajet yang kita sendiri lihat mempunyai kewangan yang mencukupi.
Datuk Sri Ismail Sabri said this at a media conference after attending a Kenduri Rakyat program with the Felda Sebertak community in Bera on Monday. He added that some parties want to copy its essence, which indicated that it was a good and comprehensive budget.
Yeah, in fact, kita punya bajet 2023.
And now to speak more about BN's manifesto, we have with us political analyst Datuk Dr. Janiri Amir. Now, Datuk, looking at the outcome of GE14 for BN, would you describe this manifesto as spot on?
Based on my observations, BN's focus in this manifesto is across the board. We can see that it's comprehensive, people-centric, and inclusive. It seems that the budget or the manifesto focuses on people's well-being, stable economic growth, political stability, creating more job opportunities, education, and so on.
Right. We have heard the people, especially through social media, voicing their needs and things that matter to their welfare. How has this manifesto taken into account the needs of the different sectors on the current situation faced by the country?
Barisan Nasional, to me, seems to understand the aspirations, the problems and issues at hand faced by the voters in the country. It outlined 10 calls and 99 offers for various groups, including B40, M40, and also T20. It's realistic. We can say that the budget is realistic, pragmatic, based on the real issues encountered by the rakyat, targeting various sectors, including the SMEs and also the young or the youth in the country.
Right. Also, in your opinion, Dato', what do you see as the most interesting element of the manifesto?
They're trying through this budget to attract foreign investment, to increase foreign investment, domestic direct investment, and this is important in the context of creating job opportunities in the country after we faced the COVID-19 pandemic, and this element can be regarded as a game changer for the country in the future.
Mandat kembali ke tangan rakyat. Kepercayaan dan keyakinan. Kini masanya memilih kerajaan teguh dan mampan. Pilihan anda kami sampaikan. Mandat rakyat BRU 15. Komprehensif dan terkini. Hanya di TV3.
Now, moving on, Barisan Nasional Chairman Datuk Sri Ahmad Hamidi said the coalition's opponents are now desperate and willing to use any issues to fish for votes in the GE15. This was evident from their attempt to play up the slanted narrative that he was eyeing the post for himself, which was clearly meant to sow dissension as well as disrupt unity within BN.
Itu memang menjadi slogan pihak pembangkang dan di dalam kempen mereka boleh menyebutkan apa saja isu yang mereka fikirkan boleh memenangkan calon-calon mereka. Tetapi yang penting bagi Barisan Nasional, kita harus melepasi jambatan sokongan dan cukup jumlah kursi bagi kita membentuk kerajaan.
Datuk Sri Zahid said this when asked by reporters on Monday about the allegation that one vote for BN is equivalent to one vote for him to become Prime Minister. The BN candidate for the Bagan Datuk parliamentary seat also reiterated the stance that Datuk Sri Ismail Sabri Yaakob would be the coalition's choice for the Prime Minister post if it wins GE15. Now, UMNO has sacked 4 of its members who went against the party by contesting the GE15 as independents and on opposition tickets. Its Secretary-General Datuk Sri Ahmad Maslan confirmed this in a statement on Monday. The 4 include Datuk Zahidi Zainul Abidin, who is contesting as an independent in Padang Besar parliamentary seat and Titi Tinggi state seat. Also, Datuk Sri Syahidan Kasim and Datuk Sri Ismail Abdul Muttalib, both contesting on PN tickets in Arau and Maran parliamentary seats respectively, as well as Datuk Azhar Ahmad, who is contesting as an independent for the Kuala Perlis state seat. The statement also read that with the termination of their membership, their positions at the UMNO division levels would be held by the deputy division chiefs involved. It said their sacking was in line with the party constitution, which stipulates that a member that wins and then leaves the party or stands as an independent or rival in the parliamentary or state election will have their memberships automatically revoked. The party also said that other members, including those who were seen accompanying these 4 candidates during nomination day, can be considered as supporting the opponents, and their status is being investigated before further action is taken. In other news, Media Prima Berhad MPB has received Industry Excellence Award for Corporate Governance Disclosure at the Minority Shareholders Watch Group MSWG ASEAN Corporate Governance Award 2021. It was MPB's second consecutive win after being awarded Industry Excellence in the telecommunications and media sector at the same award in 2020. In a statement on Monday, MPB Group Chairman Datuk Sri Dr. Syed Hussein Al-Junid said the company was proud to be ranked among the best in Malaysia and the region for its commitment to upholding the highest levels of corporate governance. MPB Group Managing Director Rafiq Razali also described the award as an honour for the company's board of directors, management and staff. He added that MPB will always place strong emphasis on good governance while ensuring business sustainability and enhancing shareholder value. MPB also ranks in the top 100 companies for corporate governance disclosure 2021 list, rising from 32nd to 29th. In addition, MPB has been recognized for top 10 companies Malaysia Board Diversity Index by the Institute of Corporate Directors Malaysia and Willis Towers Watson in 2021. And still to come, China COVID-19 cases at 6 months high despite grinding lockdowns. front, China on Monday reported its highest daily COVID caseload in 6 months, despite grinding lockdowns that have heavily disrupted manufacturing, education and day-to-day life. The country logged over 5,600 new COVID cases on Monday, almost half in Guangdong province, a manufacturing hub in the country's south, home to major ports. Almost 60 new infections were discovered in Beijing, causing schools closures in the populous downtown district of Chaoyang. Some companies also asked their staff to work from home temporarily. This was despite city authorities saying Monday that recent successive outbreaks had basically been effectively controlled after daily new cases reached dozens in the past week. On Monday, the Philippine police accused the country's prison's chief of ordering the killing of a prominent radio journalist whose death sparked international alarm. Radio personality Percival Mabasa, 63, who went by the name Percy Lapid in his program, was shot dead in a Manila suburb on October 3rd as he drove to his studio. Police filed murder complaints against Bureau of Corrections Director General Gerald Bantag, who is currently suspended from duty, as well as his Deputy Security Officer Ricardo Zulueta. The alleged gunman Joel Escorial surrendered to authorities last month out of fear for his safety after police broadcast his face from security footage. Bantag allegedly ordered the murder of Mabasa following the continued expose by the latter of the issues against the former on his show. More than 100 world leaders gathered on Monday in Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt, for day 2 of the 2-week climate talks against a backdrop of war in Ukraine, economic downturn, rampant inflation and a European energy crisis. Their appearances will set the tone for the United Nations-led international climate talks, which officially began on Sunday, as the accumulating threats of war, warming and economic crisis take a toll on every continent, hitting the world's most vulnerable people the hardest. The talks open under the shadow of grim new data, which the World Meteorological Organization said on Sunday that the planet had likely witnessed its warmest 8 years on record, including every year since countries came together in 2015 to create the landmark Paris Agreement. At last year's summit in Scotland, countries agreed they must immediately do more to prevent a dangerous rise in global temperatures. However, fast action has not materialized, and the consequences of climate change, including deadly floods in Pakistan, drought in the US, famine in Africa, and heat waves across Europe, are painfully clear. Welcome back. Sports tennis, the WTA final. 7th-seeded Aryna Sabalenka stunned world number 1 Iga Świątek in their last 4 showdown to set up a final clash with Caroline Garcia. Sabalenka was forced to battle for more than 2 hours before claiming a 6-2, 2-6, 6-1 victory over Świątek. It was also her first win over the world number 1 in their 5 meetings this season, halting Świątek's undefeated run at the 2022 WTA Finals. Sabalenka will face number 6 seed Caroline Garcia for the singles title of WTA Finals on Tuesday. 5th-seeded Garcia advanced through to the final with a 6-3, 6-2 victory over Maria Sakkari. With the win, Garcia became the first French WTA Finals finalist since Amélie Mauresmo in 2005. And turning to football now, the German Bundesliga Union Berlin's punishing schedule finally took its toll as it conceded 5 second-half goals in a 5-0 defeat at Bayer Leverkusen that left Bayern Munich top of the standings. Leverkusen's goal first kicked off a minute into the second half when Robert Andrich provided the finishing for a corner kick. A goalkeeping error led to Leverkusen's second in the 56th minute, with Moussa Diaby punishing Leonard Grill's mistake. Diaby's pace proved to be a major problem for Unions as he beat an offside trap before slotting the ball home to give Leverkusen a 3-goal lead after 58 minutes. Adam Hlojak made it 4-0 for Leverkusen 8 minutes after the hour mark with a beautiful flick before Mitchell Bakker rounded off Leverkusen's 5-star performance 13 minutes from time, sealing an emphatic 5-0 victory. The result saw Union drop to second in the standings, 1 point behind leaders Bayern Munich, while Leverkusen climbed to 14th with 12 points after 13 matches. Father and son among 7 nabbed in 216 kilograms cannabis haul. This and more after this short break.
Hamdan kembali ke tangan rakyat. Kepercayaan dan keyakinan. Kini masanya memilih kerajaan teguh dan mampan. Pilihan anda kami sampaikan. Mandat Rakyat BRU 15. Komprehensif dan terkini. Hanya di TV3.
Thanks for staying with us. In Johor, a father and son were among 7 individuals arrested in several police raids in Johor Bahru on November 3rd and 4th for suspected of being involved in a drug trafficking syndicate. State Police Chief Datuk Kamarul Zaman Mamat said police confiscated ganja weighing 216 kilograms, 13 grams of ketamine and 30 ecstasy pills worth more than R500,000. Datuk Kamarul Zaman said the suspects were locals comprising 4 men, 1 male teenager and 2 teenage girls aged between 17 and 47. It was believed that the syndicate's modus operandi was to bring the drugs using a courier service. The syndicate was also believed to have been active since August and rented 2 houses as storage and packaging points before distributing the drugs in the country. Police also confiscated 2 cars, 1 motorcycle and 5,000 ringgit cash. 6 of those detained tested positive for drugs, while 1 had passed drug-related criminal record. All of them were remanded for 7 days until Friday to facilitate investigations into the case under the Dangerous Drugs Act 1952. 5 foreigners, including 3 Thai women believed to be the masterminds of a human trafficking and sexual exploitation syndicate, were nabbed in the Klang Valley last month. Inspector General of Police Tan Sri Akril Sani Abdullah Sani said that the 3 women in their 30s and on the Thai police wanted list were detained on October 29th, along with 2 Indonesian men aged 30 and 39 after police obtained information from their Thai counterpart. Following the raid, 4 women comprising 2 Thais and 2 Indonesians were rescued and are currently sheltered under the interim protection order. The top cop added the 3 female suspects were being deported under the Immigration Act as their passports had been revoked by the Thai authority. Meanwhile, Royal Thai Police Deputy Commissioner General Surachat Hakpan thanked their Malaysian counterpart for their cooperation to curb cross-border crimes, especially human trafficking. More than 10,000 vibrant lanterns were lit up for the traditional Yi Peng celebration in Chiang Mai, northern Thailand. The fascinating visuals of the festival wrap up Nightline this time around. I'm Muhammed, I'm Hamdan. Thank you for watching and stay safe.